Hi everyone, I'm Diana Palm of dianapalm.com, and today I'm going to answer the question, why do ghosts bother children? Stay tuned. If you suspect that there are ghosts or entities surrounding your child, this should not be taken lightly. In fact, children are often targets from the spiritual dimensions because children are more likely to see them than most grown-ups. Children are still very attached to the place they came from, and their light is enormous. Their spiritual abilities are enormous. Usually by the time they're 3 years old, they're more anchored into this reality and they lose some of their abilities to see spirits and ghosts. But between the time they're born up until about 3 years old, their light is very bright and they can see a lot of spiritual beings. It is really, really common to walk into your child's room and see them engaging with something that's not there. Many people confuse this for an imaginary friend, but usually it's going to be loved ones in spirit coming to visit. However, without proper discernment, if you don't have the ability to see spirits and ghosts, you may not know that it could also be a ghost or an entity, and it could potentially harm your child. So it's very, very important for parents to be aware that these exist, that the spiritual entities, demons, ghosts, waywards are all very, very real. And to keep your children spiritually safe, it's very, very important for parents to take spiritual precautions with their children and make sure that the only spirits allowed in their home are beloved family members that are coming back to visit. You can usually tell that the child is having something other than a loving visit from a family member in spirit. If they're crying a lot, they're very, very irritable, something has changed from how they normally act, and something feels more aggressive, creepy, you might be getting dizzy, wanting to sleep more, being very agitated, or just feeling overall sickly. That would be a really good indication that there's something negative in your home that needs to be cleansed. And when something negative shows up in your home, unfortunately, they're most likely going to go after the youngest children. The reason is because those children can see them. If it's a really negative entity, they can do the most harm on a young child, steer them off track really early, or get them to do things that they normally wouldn't do. So one of the things that you can do as a parent or caregiver to a young child is to make sure that you and your home or residence stay spiritually clear. It's also a really, really good idea to say prayers over your child, calling in angels, guardians to protect your child when they're sleeping. It's usually in their sleep state that these entities can come through from other dimensions. Children seem to be attacked more at night, and that's when they're not being watched by an adult. So it's really important to set up spiritual protocols that your children are being protected during their sleeping hours. As a medium and someone that sees spiritual dimensions, I was very well aware that my daughter was a target for things that could come through in the night. So every single night without fail, I said a special prayer over her and called in angels and other spiritual protectors to watch over her in her sleep. If you haven't done this yet, this is a really good place to start to help keep your home spiritually clear. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.